Hey Jim, let's take a quick walk through the site, show you a little bit of the functionality that's involved in the back end, and really breaks out into two separate categories. It would be default WordPress stuff, like page content that includes text and images, just basic stuff. And then there is the custom functionality that's been built into the site that you'll be allowed to edit in the back end as well. And it all starts with logging in. So you take the address of the site, which of course now is a development server, but when it's moved over will be your actual site URL. And we simply append WP admin to the end of that, click enter. It'll take us to a login page. And if I have my login stored, you would need to put your username and password in. And then we'll log in. And that's going to take us to the dashboard. And the dashboard could be a little bit overwhelming at first, so what I would advise you to do is just open up a new tab and go to your site. So I'm going to just hover over this, and then it goes visit site, and I'll right click and open it in admin. So now we have the actual site versus the dashboard. And if we wanted to edit something here, just have to refresh so that the page knows that we're logged in, and then we get this admin toolbar. So let's go to one of the pages. We go to about and maybe something like what we do. So you have a list here of various items that you might want to update at some point. You have some text. Maybe you want to add a picture into this page. So to do that, we'll just click on Edit Page. And so again, there are a lot of items on the page, a lot of elements that are here, but in all reality, you're only going to be focused on this section here, which is what is on the page. So let's say we wanted to change pool covers to, I don't know, maybe we'll remove it from the list because we're not doing that anymore. So all we would do is, just like we would in Microsoft Word, we can take that out. And then the best thing to do before we update the page is to preview our changes to make sure that everything looks good. So it opens a new tab, and now you can see that that content is now gone. So we'll go back to that. I'd like to add it back, so we'll undo that. And if you wanted to add an image, it's really simple. Click where you'd want the image to go, maybe up here at the top. Click on Add Media. Brings up your media library. And let's say that we wanted to put this picture in here. Okay, so that picture is now selected, and I can tell because of the check. And then over here on the side, I have a couple options I can work with. So I'm going to decide to align it left so that the text will go around it on the side. And I don't want it to link anywhere, and I think the full size might be a little bit too large. So we're going to change it. We'll just do the large size and then insert it into the page. All right, so you can see here now that the picture is included. And again, the best way to check this out on the front end is to preview before we update. So up here, click on our tab to go back. So you can see that picture is just a little bit too large. It's not going to work. So we're going to go back, and I'll click back on our tab to edit. Let's go back in this view here. And what I'm thinking is maybe if we click on the image and we edit it, and we just do maybe media. Okay, we click on update and see how that looks. All right, so that looks better. And again, we'll just quickly hit preview, and then we'll go over to that preview tab, and now you can see the picture's been included. And it doesn't look great with the list items over here. So I'm thinking what might be best is if we click on this picture and choose to align it right. So it pops it over to the other side. So let's go ahead and again, just preview. And back to the site, and then we can see the picture's been included, and it's off to the side. So that seems to work a little better. Maybe another picture would be best if we had a picture that was wider. We could put it up top. So the last step then would be to go into the back end one last time, and then we just click update and finish with our changes. And so now you get a message up here that says page updated, view your page. So now we'll click that, and now this is the actual page that we're on. We'll get rid of our preview window, and so now the change has been made. So that would be the first way to edit content on the page, and you can see that that's pretty simple, and that is the default WordPress content. The second element of this video will be focused on editing the other site content. So back in the dashboard, we'll click on Edit Site Content, and that's going to bring us to a series of tabs, and each tab corresponds to a different element of the site. So there's the homepage slider, the homepage sections, the homepage call to action, the testimonials, which appear both on the homepage and on the testimonials page, the logo carousel, which is at the bottom of the homepage, the photo gallery, which is on the Our Work or portfolio page, the footer info that appears at the bottom of the site, and the sidebar, which just has one item. It's a sidebar picture of recent project. Homepage slider will take two elements. It'll take an image and it'll take a link. So as you can see now, we have 1, 2, 3, we have 4 different images, and these are the images that appear. If I go back to the home page, right up here at the top, you can see 4 images equals 4 slides. So going back into this page, if we wanted to include a new picture, we could simply remove and then add. And let me just go back and find where that is. Right there. You can see that this is the same media library as before, so we'll click on select, and now that picture's there. And if you wanted to change where it went, you could choose a new page in here. These are all the pages on the site, and you could even start typing here, and it would help you to find the page you're looking for. So we'll leave it at get a quote. So that's how you would update the slider. If you wanted to add a new one, simply click here, and now you add a new image and a link, and you can just remove that as well. Okay, so of course the update button over here too is what we would click when we're finished making changes. So let's jump into homepage sections, and again, this is pretty cut and dry. You got your title here, you have the content that would appear, and the image. And the image is the same. You can remove it and add a new one if you'd like, and that would correspond to these sections here. And let's see, yes, I believe it's set to a maximum of 3 as far as the layout is concerned. So you can't add any more of those, but you can't change them. Moving down the page, you have this call to action here. So that would be this homepage call to action. So you have your heading, the title, the text that would appear on the button, and then the link. So there is how that renders in front. Next section is the testimonials. So for each testimonial, you would include the text, the author, and the location. And then that would populate these 3 areas, the actual testimonial text itself here, then you have the name, and you have the location. As far as the logo carousel on the front page, that's also pretty easy here. We have a bunch of different images. If you want to add another logo, you simply click on add logo and then choose add image, and you can go and add an image there easily to include in your logo carousel. And all the functionality on the front end, is independent of the content. So you just to make those changes, and let me go back down here. I think we're going to get rid of this one. Yes, okay. Back up top, moving right along, we have the photo gallery. And this is a little bit more involved in the other content. So all of these images right now are set to appear on your gallery page. So if we go back up to the site, gallery work, we go over here. So all of the images that appear on the page, still loading a little bit, are showing up here because of this page here, this photo gallery. So if I remove an image, it would be removed from that gallery. So adding images, very similar to what we were doing before. If we click on add to gallery, you can choose a new picture to add into the gallery. And you can see the ones that are already included are highlighted. So I'm just going to back out of here. Okay. Now, for each of these items, there is, if we go back to the page, there are these tags at the top. So as of right now, we have all of the images highlighted, or all of the images displaying, because all images is selected. If you go to in-ground pools, it's going to just show the in-ground pools pictures. If we go to new tag, there's nothing tagged with that. If we go to recent projects, that will show up. If we go to solar installation, that happens to be that one as well. So this is where you'll be able to tag your content and make it searchable and filterable using those tags. So if I click on this picture of one of your installations, I can choose where I want this to show up. So let's say that I choose a new tag in in-ground pools. All I have to do is click update, and we're going to also update over here. And now let's go back to the page, and we'll refresh that. So I'll go ahead and refresh this page. And so now when I click New Tag, we should have a picture, and we do. It's that picture there. So that would be how you would create the functionality with your various filter tags. And this is where, go back to the photo gallery, you would add your pictures and remove your pictures. So essentially all you'll be doing here would be adding, removing, maybe you want to do something like, let's see, I guess I thought maybe you could bulk delete, but I don't see that option in there. So those are the things that you'd be able to do, but most importantly, you want to also make sure that you are tagging the pictures as they are in the gallery. Now, when you upload pictures, there's also, you saw how we could upload a picture to a page, but now you're seeing how you can upload it to the gallery. But you can also upload it to the media library. So you'll see here all the pictures. So you can easily add a new picture. And let's see here. All right, so you can either click here to select the file, or the easiest way is just to drag and drop. It's not going to work for me now because I have this recording window open. So I'm going to just select. We'll go to the desktop, and here's the picture I wanted to grab. So it'll bring this picture in. You see that it's uploading it, producing its file size. Great. So now, let's see here. That picture's been uploaded. We'll go back to media. And there it is. And now I can edit this picture from here, and I can add the image tag. So you can see the tags that are, let's see. We edit this here. Okay, let's back out. So the gallery would be just on the gallery page. Okay, my mistake on that. So then when you're in media, you can upload images here. You can certainly use them in the gallery, but I think it's probably just a lot more efficient to do it here, to go back in here. So sorry about that. Scratch that. I think if you upload your pictures here by going to Add Gallery and then Upload Files, it's probably a lot easier. And when you upload them, you'd be able to then include, so I'm just going to upload that same picture again. You upload that picture here. While you're in this page, we should be able to add, there we go, our tag that goes along with. Okay, so we'll click on, and look at this, and we'll go here. So you can see too that you can do multiple tags. Okay, so we'll just go quickly check back over here. We'll refresh the page. All right, and just go to new tag. I forget which one it was. I think I forgot to hit upload on the back when I added it. Yep, but it's not there. Okay, but I think you get the idea. All right, and lastly, there are just two quick other elements. We have the footer information. This is all the stuff that appears in the footer, so you can see you can easily change that. Down here at the bottom, the LinkedIn link, that wasn't actually functioning on the current site, so if you have one, you can add it in there. The footer logo. And then this sidebar here where it says recent project, that's over here on the site. If you go to, I believe, the blog, let's see, not the blog, where was it? We go to contact possibly. There we go. So on the side here we have latest project, and this picture corresponds with this picture here. So you can just edit, change it. So this would take one picture, and that's going to show up over here on the side for your latest project. All right, and Jim, that's all there is to it as far as editing. Of course, if there's anything that pops up, you can just shoot me an email. If anything's more complicated than what we've looked at, then that would be something that I could also help you with from my end on the site. All right, happy editing.